Well, we hear the word accessibility often, and what does that look like? Why is accessibility important? The impact goes far beyond what we may think of when we hear that word.
Yeah, accessibility means everyone feels safe, included, and considered when they enter a space, and it can be a lot more than a wheelchair ramp. A special event is going to take a deep dive in how we truly make spaces more accessible. It's called Absolutely Accessible West Michigan. We've got Nicolette Driggs. She is the coordinator of Absolutely Accessible Kent. Vicki Schmidt is part of the Test Pilot program. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Absolutely Accessible West Michigan, right? So was it something different? You guys have renamed it, kind of really encompassing all of West Michigan in this event, right?
Yes. Okay. So it started out, this will be our 8th annual. So it started out way back, pre-pandemic, as Absolutely Accessible Kent.
Okay.
And so it was brought together by our executive director, Dave, and some of our community friends who are like, we really need a space to talk about accessibility and really provide opportunities for education and training and really get all of our community members who are in the built environment together to really have this conversation. And so this year we've expanded to Absolutely Accessible West Michigan in partnership with our sister organizations, Disability Network Lakeshore and Disability Network West Michigan.
Right. The word accessibility, we mentioned at the beginning, more than just a wheelchair ramp. Why is the word accessibility beneficial to all?
So the ADA was passed in 1990, and that really set the guidelines of what accessibility could look like in our built environment, but that's really the bare minimum. And so our event is really helping people understand to go above and beyond. That accessibility doesn't just stop at whether or not someone can enter the building, but how they're welcomed in the building, whether they are, the building was built with the intention of them being there. Yeah. So things like making sure that it's not too loud, sensory considerations, considerations for blind and low vision, other types of disabilities. Not everyone who has a disability is in a wheelchair. And so really thinking through what accessibility looks like from the beginning to the end of a project.
Yeah, I love that. So Vicki, talk about your role and what you do as a test pilot.
All right. Oh, goodness. We get called into all kinds of just really interesting, literally groundbreaking events. So going into these new venues that are being built around these great, lovely built downtown buildings and venues. And from the ground, before the ground is laid, ideally, like they involve disability advocates with with reviews, and then we go in as test pilots and actually test the environment and give them ideas just by watching us interact with their space. That's really the only way they can experience it without living it, is by being next to someone that is living that life and experiencing it daily.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, without actually doing it, how else are you going to know, right? So then after you do that, is there a feedback session? How much interaction is between the builders and the construction company and what you guys do?
Yes, it goes down their line. It'll be like their initial people, or they'll have the actual architect there. Like Nicolette may be able to speak more on that, on the people behind this,
Yeah.
Excellent.
So our process is kind of twofold. So we have somebody on our team, Jackson, who is our code guy. He'll let you know if you've hit the ADA and gone above it.
Okay.
But then our test pilots, like Vicki, will come in and tell you if something's truly accessible. You can meet the ADA and still have a completely inaccessible space.
For real?
Yeah.
You can be ADA compliant and still not be functional?
Correct.
Oh my.
Because the ADA doesn't take into all types of disabilities into consideration. Neurodiversity was not even a consideration when the ADA was passed. And so our test pilots come in and they let people know what their true accessibility is.
Yeah. And what I love is the keynote at this event right there. You see Valerie. She's talking about accessibility for marginalized communities, because that really is, when you're talking accessibility, when someone feels safe and included and thought of, that is what that is. So this conversation can go on and on and on. Yeah. And it's really cool that we have this here to be a part of it. So who is this for? Who can attend?
It's for everybody. There's going to be a space for real estate agents, because if we're not building homes that are accessible, selling homes that are accessible, people aren't buying homes that are accessible, people don't realize that need is out there. 1 in 4 people, adults, have a disability in the United States. but we have a very small amount of homes that are truly accessible. And so there is a space for people who are looking to buy homes, build homes, live in homes, right? Community members, urban planners, students, designers of all kinds. Really, it's for anybody who wants to know how we can better build in a more accessible world.
And this is all happening on the 14th, is that
It
right?
is.
Okay, where are we going?
DeVos Place.
Okay, DeVos Place on the 14th. Everybody's invited, right? This is a great conversation. Absolutely accessible, West Michigan. You should be a part of it. And of course, tickets are very affordable, between $25 and $50 for a full day, 9 to 3. If you want more information, dakc.us will get you right to everywhere, all the stuff that you need to know. Vicki, thank you so much for the time this morning. We appreciate both of you being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.